Greetings, YouTubians! How are you today? I am just Ducky. Okay. Somebody just bought a Glock 19, one of my neighbors. Okay, he said, where's the safety on it? And I looked at him, I go, safety? What safety? I don't like safety. This is your safety. If it's not on the trigger, it don't go boom. So, therefore, I told him Glocks have several safeties, and I showed him that it... Okay, this one, okay. God darn it. Okay, pull the tabs, release it, pull trigger, bam. Okay, now, knowledge of firearms, highly trained field strip. This is your safety, your firing pin block right here. See? Now watch this. Oh, the firing pin is protruding. Okay. But now, it's not. So now, what I do is I press this thing right here and push that forward and look. The fire... how do you do this? I got some horrible lighting. But anywho, the firing pin is protruding. Now watch this. See that? That firing pin is behind this right here, what we call the firing pin block. And the only way that'll come out is if I get the trigger ready in position. And then when I pull the trigger, the striker goes forward and bam! That's it. So this right here is the firing pin block. So even if you drop it, the gun will not go off. So look at that. Unsafe. Safe, unsafe, safe, unsafe, safe, unsafe, safe, unsafe. See? That's the firing pin. And the only way that this gun will go off is if I press down on this right here, which is that's firing pin block. And then the pin will go forward as soon as I pull the trigger. But other than that, it won't go unless I press that. So, reassembling my Tommy Lee Jones, because he's going to the range later, and we're going to fire him again, and also with the Ruger Max 9, which has basically the same setup. So, there you go. Inner guts all together. And now... Uh-oh. Gosh darn it. This always got to run into this problem. Okay. Anyhow, to reassemble it, there you go. There you go. Now, the firing pin block is engaged right now. There is no way this gun will go off. And besides that, I got ammo near the gun. And usually in videos, people always say, I don't have no ammo near the weapon. Why, are you tempted to load it and fire it right on camera? That means that you have an itchy trigger finger, buddy. If you're so scared. Look at that. Ooh, I pulled the trigger. I do that in every video. You guys, let me know in the comments if you guys get tired of me pulling the trigger. I don't care, even if you have a problem with it. So, here's the ammo. Here's the gun. Get on with topic. Let's have some fun. Okay. Like I said, I just fired the weapon. You know why? Because, let me show you. Right here, there's a double notch. See that? See that right there? See that? In order for me to pull the trigger, see, I can't fire the gun like that. It won't fire. However, when you press this, trigger has a little travel, and bam! Striker just hit the firing pin, and there you go. Glocks do have safeties. You know, they're just not outside because that's a little complicated for this gun. This gun is simple. It's a very good gun. I love Glocks. Now, what you got to do, if you know the inner guts, please know that you can carry around in this chamber. You could drop this thing. You could throw it up against the wall. You can have the fucking Hulk throw it up against the wall. The gun will not go off. It might smash into a million pieces, but that firing pin is not going to go past that block unless you do this. And it has some good travel. And I don't know why people complain about Glock triggers. They're fine. Don't change the trigger. The factory trigger is fine. And I'm pointing it out to everybody. So, don't change the trigger. Okay? The trigger's fine. You know, so, my fingers are... Hold on. My fingers don't agree with the trigger. Well, if you change it, it won't agree because then you just compromised your gun. And instead of this, it'll automatically be a boom. And if you remove this, that means that safety will have some free play. But this gun is a very safe gun. I can carry this in a holster. It won't go off. I can put it in my pocket. It won't go off unless I got my finger on the trigger. Oops, bam. Ooh, just shot a hole right in my leg or blew my balls off. Ha ha. So, just remember, Glocks do have safeties. You just got to be smart enough to know where they are and how to use them. Because you see, like this gun, I know tons about this gun. I know tons about it. Just like the Max 9, I know tons about it. A lot of people say that the Ruger Max 9 is very tough to take down. It's not. All you got to do is just not lose the goddamn pin. That's it. And I'm going to express that once more. So, those of you out there that buy Glock 19s, but I do like Glock 20s, Glock 21s, 22s, and 23s. And, of course, my favorite, the Glock 17 full size, because I love this gun because I have better control with it. And Glocks do have safeties. You just got to be intelligent enough to know how to use them and smart enough. Well, not smart. Smart makes you set off one of these. See, I could set this gun off right now. But then, won't fire, see? Until I put my finger on the trigger and press that thing. 1, 2, bam. See? Do that again. 1, 2, bam. See? Just remember. Or you could just go just one and just put the tippy tip on the trigger. See that? You put the tippy tip. As long as it doesn't touch that, you're fine. See? And that's what makes a Glock very safe. It's simple, safe. There's nothing over here that you could fiddle with. No safeties. But on my shield, I have a safety on that, but I very rarely use it. That's the main home defense weapon, and it's going to stay that way. The Ruger Max 9 is the backup. That has a safety. I can deal with it. I don't have to use it if I don't want to. And the Beretta, I have no choice but to have a safety on that. But that's more of like a decocker or a firing pin block, and some trash truck is pulling out there. If you hear the beep, 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 bing. So anyhow, if you're going to buy your first gun, Glock, just remember, these are safe. Just don't have your finger on the trigger. And just remember the firing pin block that's in there. And it won't go off unless you touch the complete trigger. 1, 2, bam. Just like that. So, anyhow, take care of yourselves. And this shout out goes to my my YouTube family. DI's Trey57 Gunny, I call him that. I do, you don't. And T-Electric. And the thing is, my knowledge of firearms comes with them too. I appreciate them very much. And the thing is, if you're going to buy a Glock, make sure you understand the fundamentals of these things. I said a big word. Ooh, that made my head hurt. Just make sure you understand the safety protocols. Another big word. Just make sure you understand the weapon itself, and then you'll have no problem. And then you won't be so fearful. Oh my God, what happens if the gun accidentally goes off? I don't know. Put it around in the chamber and toss it and see what happens. Nothing. So anyhow, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys at the range. Hopefully I'll have... What the heck? Hopefully I'll have a good booth this time. But other than that, take care.